In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. These are the first words of the book of Genesis, the foundation of the Old Testament. But what exactly is Genesis about? It's a story of beginnings. Welcome to Genesis Explained. Genesis begins with the creation of everything. Picture this: a void, an emptiness, a darkness so complete it's beyond our comprehension. And then a voice. In 6 days, God speaks the universe into existence. Day 1, light pierces the darkness. Day 2, the vast expanse of the sky forms. Day 3, land emerges from the water, continents taking form. Day 4, the sun, moon and stars take their places. Day 5, birds and sea creatures come to life. Day 6, land animals and humans are created. Imagine a garden of unimaginable beauty. This is the Garden of Eden, where God places Adam and Eve. They are given freedom and a direct connection with their Creator. But within this paradise lies a test, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The serpent tempts Eve, questioning God's motives. Eve takes a bite of the fruit and shares it with Adam. Their eyes are opened to their own nakedness and vulnerability. Sin enters the world, bringing pain, suffering, and death. God banishes them from Eden, but promises redemption through a descendant of Eve. This promise echoes throughout generations. The legacy of the fall is immediate and tragic. Adam and Eve have children, hoping to rebuild a life shattered by sin. 2 sons are born: Cain, a tiller of the ground, and Abel, a shepherd. God favors Abel's offering, a symbol of pure devotion. Cain, consumed by jealousy, murders his brother. God confronts Cain, who denies responsibility. Cain is cursed and banished, but marked for protection. The story of Cain and Abel is a stark reminder of the destructive power of sin. It's a cautionary tale that resonates even today. Generations pass, and humanity continues its downward spiral. The descendants of Adam and Eve spread across the earth, but with their growth comes an increase in wickedness. People turn away from righteousness, indulging in their own desires and corrupting the world around them. The world becomes consumed by wickedness, violence, and corruption. Every thought and action of humanity seems to be tainted by evil. The earth is filled with chaos, and the hearts of men are far from God. Yet, amidst the darkness, a single light shines: Noah. Noah is a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time. He walks faithfully with God, standing out in stark contrast to the world around him. God reveals his plan to Noah, a great flood to cleanse the earth. He tells Noah of his intention to destroy all life under the heavens because of the pervasive corruption, but God also provides a way of salvation for Noah and his family. Noah builds an ark and brings his family and 2 of every creature. Following God's precise instructions, Noah constructs a massive vessel to withstand the coming deluge. He gathers his family and pairs of every kind of animal, ensuring the preservation of life. For 120 years, Noah preaches repentance. He warns the people of the impending judgment, urging them to turn from their wicked ways. Despite his efforts, the people mock and ignore him, continuing in their sinful paths. The rains begin and the ark becomes a sanctuary. As the heavens open and the waters rise, Noah, his family, and the animals find refuge within the ark. The floodwaters cover the earth, wiping out all life outside the ark. When the waters recede, Noah and his family emerge to a world reborn. After months of floating on the vast waters, the ark comes to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Noah and his family step out into a cleansed and renewed earth. God places a rainbow in the sky, a symbol of his covenant. This beautiful arc of colors serves as a promise that never again will a flood destroy all life on earth, a reminder of his faithfulness and promise. The rainbow stands as an everlasting sign of God's mercy and commitment to humanity, a beacon of hope for future generations. Generations after the flood, humanity gathers in Shinar. They build a tower to reach the heavens, a symbol of their own power. God sees their pride and desire to usurp his authority. He confuses their language, taking away their ability to understand one another. The tower is left unfinished and the people are scattered. The Tower of Babel stands as a reminder of the futility of pride. It marks the beginning of different nations and languages, a testament to the diversity of human culture and God's sovereignty. A new chapter in God's story begins with Abram. Abram, later known as Abraham, is a central figure in the Bible. revered for his unwavering faith and obedience to God's commands. His journey marks the beginning of a covenant relationship between God and his chosen people. This chapter of Genesis introduces us to the profound and transformative call that Abram receives from God, setting the stage for the unfolding of God's redemptive plan for humanity. God commands Abram to leave his homeland and journey to a land he will show him. This command is not just a physical journey, but a spiritual one, requiring Abram to trust in God's promise without knowing the destination. It is a call to leave behind the familiar and step into the unknown, guided solely by faith. Go from your country and your kindred to the land that I will show you. These words resonate with a sense of divine purpose and destiny. Abram's journey to Canaan is symbolic of the journey of faith that every believer is called to undertake, leaving behind the old life and embracing the new life that God promises. I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you. God's promise to Abram is multifaceted, encompassing not only personal blessings but also the establishment of a great nation through his descendants. This promise is a cornerstone of the Abrahamic covenant, highlighting God's intention to bless all the families of the earth through Abram. Abram sets out with his wife Sarai and his nephew Lot. Their journey is fraught with challenges and uncertainties, yet they move forward in faith, trusting in God's guidance and provision. This act of obedience is a testament to Abram's faith and sets a powerful example for future generations. God changes Abram's name to Abraham, meaning father of many. This name change signifies a new identity and a new destiny. It is a divine affirmation of the promise that Abraham will be the progenitor of a multitude of nations, and it underscores the transformative power of God's call. He promises him a land, descendants, and blessing. These promises are not just for Abraham, but for his descendants and all the nations of the earth. The land represents a place of belonging and divine provision. The descendants signify a legacy of faith, and the blessing points to the ultimate fulfillment of God's redemptive plan. Sarah gives birth to a son, Isaac, a testament to God's promises. Isaac's birth is a miraculous event given Sarah's old age, and it serves as a tangible sign of God's faithfulness. Through Isaac, the covenant promises begin to take shape, and the lineage that will lead to the Messiah is established. This covenant with Abraham forms the foundation of God's redemptive plan. The covenant is a binding agreement that underscores God's commitment to his people and his plan to bring salvation to the world. It is a pivotal moment in biblical history, setting the stage for the coming of the Messiah. Through Abraham's lineage, the ultimate blessing will come, Jesus Christ. The genealogy from Abraham to Jesus highlights the fulfillment of God's promises and the continuity of his redemptive plan. Jesus the Messiah is the ultimate blessing promised to Abraham, bringing salvation and reconciliation to all humanity. The story of Abraham's descendants continues with Jacob. Jacob and his twin brother Esau are rivals from the womb. Esau trades his birthright to Jacob for a bowl of stew. Jacob deceives his father Isaac into giving him the blessing intended for Esau. Jacob flees his home, encountering God in a dream. God reaffirms his covenant with Jacob. Years later, Jacob returns home to face his brother. He wrestles with God and emerges with a new name, Israel. This struggle becomes a defining characteristic of Jacob's descendants, the Israelites. The book of Genesis culminates with the story of Joseph, a tale of resilience, faith, and divine providence. Joseph's journey from a favored son to a powerful ruler in Egypt is one of the most compelling narratives in the Bible. Joseph, blessed with prophetic dreams, is envied by his brothers. His dreams, which foretold his rise to prominence, fueled their jealousy and hatred. They could not bear the thought of bowing down to their younger brother. In a cruel act of betrayal, they sell him into slavery, casting him into a pit and then selling him to a caravan of Ishmaelites. This marked the beginning of Joseph's arduous journey, filled with trials and tribulations. In Egypt, Joseph's fortunes begin to change. Despite being a slave, his integrity and wisdom earn him favor. He rises through the ranks, eventually becoming second in command to Pharaoh. His ability to interpret dreams becomes crucial, especially when he predicts 7 years of plenty, followed by 7 years of severe famine. forgiveness, he understands that his suffering had a greater purpose. He tells his brothers, "Do not be distressed because you sold me here. It was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you," Joseph explains. His words reflect a deep understanding of divine providence and the role he was destined to play in God's plan. Joseph's story is a powerful reminder of God's faithfulness and the power of forgiveness. His journey from slave to ruler is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of faith. Through Joseph's trials and triumphs, we see a vivid illustration of how God can turn even the darkest moments into opportunities for growth and redemption. His life encourages us to trust in God's plan, even when the path seems uncertain. Genesis isn't just a history book, it's a story of beginnings. It's about God's heart for humanity and his design for us to live in relationship with him. From creation to the fall, from the flood to Abraham's covenant, Genesis lays the foundation for everything that follows. It's a reminder that even in our darkest moments, God is at work. What do you think is the most powerful story in Genesis? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. And remember, God's story begins in Genesis, but it continues in you.